Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Julio Jones is likely out of Atlanta.
The Julio Jones trade speculation has been percolating for months, especially in the past few weeks. Jones's comments on a national sports show should only crank up the boilers several degrees. In a surprising appearance on FS1's Undisputed, with host Shannon Sharpe calling him on his cell phone on the air, Jones was asked about his future with the Atlanta Falcons. "Oh man, I'm out of there, man," Jones said. Does he have information from the Falcons that they'll be trading him? That much is unclear. Stick until the end because we are breaking down 10 reasons why Julio Jones wants to leave the Atlanta Falcons. And as always, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be always updated. Here we go. Number 10. Falcons salary problems. When asked about the team's cap situation, new general manager Terry Fontenot referred to the Falcons having to make tough decisions, but did not single out Jones or any other Falcons in terms of who could be moved. "We knew when we stepped into this we were going to have to make some tough decisions because it's just the reality of it," Fontenot said. "That's where we are with the salary cap. So we have to make some difficult decisions, so we have to look at all the different options and all the different scenarios." Often referred to as a Falcon for life by team owner Arthur Blank previously, Jones feels extremely close to being moved. The most likely timetable for anything happening would be at least a week from now, with Jones's cap hits lessening after June 1st. Trading Jones after June 1st would allow the team to take a $7.75 million dead money hit this year, and a $15.5 million hit in 2022, but it would also clear $15.3 million in space for 2021. Number 9. The list of possible new teams. According to SpotRack, there are currently 12 teams that can afford to take on Jones's $15.3 million salary for 2021, without having to make other cuts or salary adjustments. The Jacksonville Jaguars, Denver Broncos, New York Jets, Cincinnati Bengals, Indianapolis Colts, Cleveland Browns, the Washington Football Team, Los Angeles Chargers, New England Patriots, Detroit Lions, San Francisco 49ers, and Carolina Panthers. The Jaguars, Jets, Bengals, and Lions feel like longer shots. The Broncos might be an option, but they're stocked with young WR talent and might opt to develop it, or keep flexibility for a QB trade. The Browns would be an intriguing option, especially considering they could have drafted him in 2011 and appear to be gearing up for a Super Bowl run. The Colts and Washington could also use the WR help. But would they make such a move? The Chargers have been a popular team to pair Jones with, and Justin Herbert certainly would love the addition. The 49ers can't be ruled out because of the connection with Kyle Shanahan. Jones led the NFL in receiving yards per game in 2015 and 2016, the 2 years Shanahan called plays in Atlanta. Giving Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance a veteran target makes sense on the surface. Number 8. Falcons get second-round pick at least. The Atlanta Falcons will very likely trade the franchise's greatest wide receiver, but it may not be soon, and it certainly won't be for nothing. No team has made the Falcons a legitimate trade offer for Julio Jones, sources tell me, which means there's no leader in the clubhouse on where he could land. And I'd be floored if Atlanta dealt him away for anything less than a second-round pick. It may take a second-round pick plus something in order to get the deal done. Let's get this straight. Julio is great, but he is getting older, which gets us to the next reason. Number 7. New era. Atlanta is coming off a 4-12 season and already has a reliable replacement at a receiver in Calvin Ridley. Atlanta is coming off a 4-12 season and already has a reliable replacement at receiver in Calvin Ridley. First-round pick Kyle Pitts should also be a huge addition to the passing attack. That could allow the Falcons to deal Jones for future assets while still remaining competitively offensive. The team finished 5th in the NFL in passing yards in 2020, even though Jones missed 7 games because of a hamstring injury. There should still be plenty of interest in Jones, who is one of the top receivers of his era. Number 6. The owner is mad about this one. Recently, Undisputed host Shannon Sharpe asked the 32-year-old wide receiver if he wanted to stay in Atlanta. Jones responded by saying he is out of there, marking the first time he has made his desire to leave the team known. "You know who's most upset about that? The owner," one source said. Multiple sources said the issues between Jones and the Falcon began well before trade rumors resurfaced this offseason, and go beyond his contract and the team's salary cap issues, including residual stress from contentious contract negotiations in 2019. First-year head coach Arthur Smith refused to comment Tuesday, despite fielding a number of questions regarding the star wide receiver during a news conference. Number 5. He is an elite player. Jones has played 10 seasons with the Falcons, who selected him 6th overall in the 2011 draft, leading the NFL in receiving twice. 1,871 yards in 2015 and 1,677 yards in 2018, and 3 times in yards per game, 2015, 2016, and 2018. He made 7 Pro Bowls and was named first-team All-Pro in 2015 and 2016. He became one of the faces of the Falcons, starting 134 of the 135 games he played in, and making 848 catches for 12,896 yards, and 60 touchdowns. He's the Falcons' all-time leader in receptions and receiving yards, and second to Roddy White in receiving touchdowns, 63. If Jones returns to pre-2020 form, the team that lands him could get a Comeback Player of the Year candidate. If he's more than the broken-down version we saw a year ago, the Falcons might look smart for moving on from him now. Number 4. Broncos want to team him up with Aaron Rodgers. The Broncos swinging for Aaron Rodgers and adding Julio would obviously be a massive move, while the Packers would have to carve out a lot of space to make it even a possibility. Generally speaking, you're talking about contenders and would-be contenders looking to add Julio for the value he can bring over the next 1 to 3 seasons as a number 1 option and locker room leader. Simply put, you have to have money and a short-term window of success, or at least a perceived one. The Packers make the most sense because nabbing Julio would likely make Rodgers quite happy. But I don't know how they'll carve out that money. A team like the Bills, Rams, or Patriots, who seem to be pushing their chips toward the middle of the table for a 2021 title, make a ton of sense. The Broncos, if they think they have a real shot at getting Rodgers, should be strong contenders. The Ravens and the 49ers have been repeatedly brought up for a good reason. They're exciting young teams who would immediately benefit from the addition of someone as good as Julio. Number 3. He was spotted in Dallas. As we know right now, he just wants to win, so maybe Dallas is a destination for him. Later on, in the interview with Shannon Sharpe, it was said that Dallas is the destination, and the conversation went a little something like this. Sharpe joked, "Well, don't go to Dallas. You ain't winning in Dallas, Julio." Jones responded, "Man, listen, come on, man. You already know I know." Jones was being so unusually candid that, as Sharpe laughed, host Jenny Taft jumped in and said, "Can you remind him we're on television right now?" The Jones-Cowboys rumor stemmed from a photo posted Saturday by NFL fan Mike Starkey of Jones in the Dallas area wearing a Cowboys Nike sweatshirt. "Met Julio Jones in Dallas wearing a Cowboys jersey. Wouldn't be mad," Starkey wrote on the viral tweet. Number 2. Jones just wants to win. When Jones was asked by Sharpe where he would like to go play, he said he would like to play for a winner. "Right now, I want to win," Jones said, which is normal for a player that plays in a competitive league. Every player dreams of lifting the Super Bowl trophy. He and the Falcons were close in the Super Bowl 51, but they failed short by only 6 points in an overtime victory by the New England Patriots. Number 1. The greatest ever wide receiver duo to be seen. The Browns have a few things working in their favor if they want to make a move like this. One is cap space. They've got nearly $21 million to play with, per over the cap at the moment. The other benefit is roster flexibility. Cleveland already has 2 high-profile wide receivers on its roster, Odell Beckham Jr. and Jarvis Landry, but Beckham only has 1 year of guaranteed money left on his deal, while Landry has none remaining in the final 2 years of his contract. That would mean that, for a year, we would be able to see Odell and Julio on the same side, playing together, and making the most jaw-dropping plays. This would be epic, and probably one of the most fun duos to watch in the NFL. How good is Julio Jones actually? Let us know in the comments section below. Be sure to share this video and tell your friends too. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and ring the notification bell to be notified first when a cool new video like this comes out. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.